I made a bot read the top 100 stories on Reddit nosleep, and then forced it to write its own. This is what happened. It all started when I was boozed and discussing account cases with Jack. "Let's call Olivia," he grumbled. Olivia was a coworker, and he was writing her. The clown licked me and watched as we went away. "What is that?" he said, glancing at it. "Oh God, that is my grandson," I explained. Blood exploded from somewhere specific. With a smile and a few flashlights, I tried to tell them about the two crazy guys upstairs. I began investigating outside, but Olivia morphed towards me before I could speak. Dr. Waffles grabbed my face and began to unravel it. "Come on," I said. "That was definitely not cool." I turned toward the floor as I thought about the weather, and then screeched. On the floor was a library. "This seems completely scientific," he said, gesturing towards it. He smiled brightly and then flicked my heart monitor. This woman saw my grandson and screamed. Olivia wept by the walls as she died, with a look of nauseating desperation on her feet. 50,000 small wooden children appeared in the kitchen. "What's happening?" Emily asked. Emily was my neighbor, and she had come from the ceiling. "I don't really have a life," I replied. She got pregnant, then looked around the room. "I think it's all an illustration of a gruesome scene in Alabama." In the middle of the night, I was surprised to find our local radio station was still up and running. They were saying that everyone with a pig was going to hurt very badly because the pigs were floating outside with a bioluminescent glow. I looked out of the garage door and saw there were megawatts of corpses screaming epic threats at me. The next thing I could see was a lot of sleepless ghost therapists involved in a car accident. This wasn't fine. I began to sprint towards the smell of a rotting pumpkin when the cloud prodded my ear and suddenly dropped his cigarette. "Why are you using my radio?" he grumbled. "I love you," I said. There was nothing more sentimental to do. Something absurdly troubling squeezed by our 17,006 children, and I screamed. It was finally over. 43 months later, I was halfway to the library with a large sycamore tree with a bad sweaty nostrils shut off my path. "I'm here to talk," the voice choked. "Yeah, how much for?" I demanded. "I suppose it would take some years," the tree said. I didn't want to talk for that long, so I dove right to the door and entered a room. Eventually I could recognize it was a library, but there was no escape. Several tentacle tongues smashed towards me in a mass. I tried to protest and tumble backwards, but there was nothing more I could do. The police arrived later and said something along the lines of, "What is happening?" Fearful and secretly enjoying it, I tried to shout to the library, but the library dismissed me. Experiencing death, I eventually died.